What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is a reflection and a future looking. I feel like I could phrase that better. I got nothing. So I've done this since 2017 in January of 3 years ago, and it's just always a fun thing to look back on. But first I want to reflect on this crazy 2019 that I've had. Got a few things written down. This has definitely been the year of social media. With this job working for Mr. Beast, social media has kind of been like all over the place. So I thank you guys for being on this little journey. Working for Mr. Beast, Working for Mr. Beast has been crazy, and it's been most of my 2019 is like sitting up in the editing room with all the editor boys. But I did want to throw out some things that I can look back in like 25 years and show my kids and be like,
this was me in that current state talking about that thing.
So the first video that I was in, I won this house. Lots of memories in this house. I was in a couple other videos. I won a school challenge that they did, and then I lost a battleship video. If you saw the video, you know that Ethan cheated.
All you have to do is cheat to win.
I've moved past it. A new year is coming. Ethan and I edited the most liked YouTube video that isn't a music video, and it has 48 million views and 12 million likes. That's insane. And we did it in like a day and a half. I think it was 36 hours from conception to uploading, and that's insane. And then to top that off, videos that I've either been in, edited the whole thing, or edited some of, have accumulated over 1.5 billion views edited. Sorry, I was talking, don't worry about it. That's a number I can't even wrap my head around. I don't know. It's crazy. It's been an adventure. 2019 has definitely served well. Been a very full year. It's been a fast year that's very packed tightly. And now the goal is to make 2020 even better. And I think it's super doable. And that's my segue into talking about 2020.
So during editing this video, I didn't really like the way that it was going, so I decided to re-record the whole video with a different outlook, but it was actually like 3 weeks later. That's all part of the fun. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Wow, it's really red. Get unread. Looks a little better. 2020 goals. Love that. Before I get started, I did want to say that down below I have a link to the podcast that I did talking about this. And this was kind of like a podcast that was me thinking this through, because sometimes I have to like verbally process. I have a couple goals that I wrote down. It's been through a whole process. I've had a month to look at it, so. I also wanted to dumb it down more and make it less specific so I can look back on this video and just kind of, I don't know. Bottom line is, I'm trying to make 2020 the year of intention. We're gonna use that word quite a lot in this video, I bet. So there's a couple goals that I can just go ahead and say right now, and I'll be able to look at this next year and say, yeah, I hit that, or no, I didn't. Read 4 books entirely. I have a bad habit of starting a book and then never finishing it. Currently, I'm reading the book Start by John Acuff and The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. So reading 4 books, that's something that's very tangible, and I can say, did I or did I not read 4 books? The other one is run 100 miles. It's almost February and I run 1 mile and it took me 12 and a half minutes. I need to get in shape. Then I have a bunch of social media goals that I'm not gonna say them, I just have them. And then I have on here to sleep at least 7 hours a night, but really it's more just have a set schedule, like go to sleep at the same time, wake up at the same time. Consistency, I think, is more important than quantity. Quality over quantity. I need a pen. I gotta write something down. I had it written in here as 6 hours, but then I changed it just now to 7. Changed. And now onto more of the broad things that I feel like I'm giving a speech. Don't overthink and let things go. That sounds so simple, but it's not. Eat with intention, as in fresh and healthy. I used to more emphasize cheap over healthy, and now I'm just gonna try to make healthy cheap and fresh. Fresh is another good keyword. More intention with the content that I consume. Again, little side note, I will be saying intention quite a lot, just wanted to remind. So with content, it's just not mindless content. It's like having a purpose when I listen to it. And then likewise with the content I consume, I wanna be more organized with the content that I produce. It also has to have a purpose. It's not just throwing it at the wall and hoping something sticks. Another one, in the year 2020, I wanna be more adamant about peer critiquing and peer mentorship. I guess just people like around my age with the same goals, us talking more. Does that make sense at all? And with that being said, having them build me up and likewise building them up, symbiotic thing. Then I have on here, be more intentional with money, which I fancy myself to be like good with money. Like I save a lot of money, but I don't know why I save a lot of money. I just save it and then I'm like, I saved it, but I don't really like have a reason. So putting intention on that. And then the last one on here, which I think that this is something that I want to like really work on. This is probably the biggest one for the entire year. I have written down, be intentional with space, both physical and mental. You can think about that one for a second. Physical space would be like my room, like making sure that things are in their place. It's just kind of a nice area to be in. Or maybe like how much I own, or like how clean my car is, like physical thing. But the mental part of it. Not taking off more than I can chew. I don't think that's the same. Biting off more than I can chew? Yeah. Because I have a habit of wanting to just create a bunch of content, and in wanting to create a bunch of content, I'm thinking of so many different things at the same time that I don't like allocate like mental space towards those things. So I want to be more intentional with the space. I literally feel like I could talk about that in a full podcast. I feel like it's a loaded question, like a loaded thing to think about, but I'm putting it out into the ether so that it gets done. And that's the ones that I've had written down, but the reason that this has been so hard for me to film and why I didn't like the last one is because I feel like I'm missing things. So I just want to wrap this one up by saying I'm not gonna just stick to those things. There are a bunch of little things that I want to do as well. Like for example, that coffee that I was slurping on earlier only has a little bit of cream. So I'm trying to like work myself towards just drinking black coffee, partially for simplicity, also because it's cheaper when you go buy it at Starbucks. So just like little things, I have a bunch of little things like that that I want to do, but I just don't know how it would fit into this video. So yeah, that's all I got. I hope that I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that it's late. I literally filmed this same video on December 31st, but I just kept thinking about it and then it didn't ever happen, so I decided I'd just go at it. That's what I got. Don't forget to comment, favorite, share, like, subscribe, do it all be legit. And that's it. Do something nice, somebody. Peace out.